Hey, Muslims of this nation, make a statement, okay, it means so much to you, you do it. Hindus also must understand this, that both Ram and Muhammad were born close by, within 100 feet of each other. The important thing is, Rama was born in Ayodhya, and they say that was the place.
It's very interesting. You seem to put the onus on the masjid side to drive towards a resolution or a solution. But their councils have been arguing in the courts that Ayodhya dispute would have been settled long back if it was accepted that Ram was not born under the central dome. This is what Rajiv Dhawan has said in court. How do you look upon this particular line of argument?
See, nobody even knows where our grandfather was born, all right, exact spot. The important thing is, Rama was born in Ayodhya, and they say that was the place. Millions of people believe that is the place. Whether he was born there or 10 feet away or 100 feet away from that place, what does it matter? What kind of argument is that? This is because certain number of people in this country, which is fortunately a small group, thrive on problems. They want to find problems in every solution. It is time we find solutions in every problem. There is a problem, we must find a solution. The judgment is nearby, we must respect this and go ahead. And above all, I think in many ways, you know, the responsible Muslim community, which I feel is over 95% of them are like that, it's only a fringe elements. Fringe elements are there in both communities. Ignore the fringe elements. If you take the responsible community, then you will see this emotion towards 2.77 acres is not there in them. They will be willing to settle, and above all, in a way, before the judgment comes, if they take a step, because this is a historic moment, if they want to grab this history into their hands as they were the most responsible people, before the judges come out with their judgment, they should make a statement. Hey, Muslims of this nation, make a statement, okay, it means so much to you, you do it. The question is not about Hindu versus Muslim. The question is, for one person, the emotion is super important. For another person, it's just a piece of property. So tell me where the solution should come from, otherwise the judgment will come, and even if the judgment comes, we can continue this problem. All I'm saying is, do not continue this problem. Let us focus on addressing genuine problems that we have. We don't have to create new problems. India has many problems of nourishment, of poverty, of various problems are there. Instead of addressing that, we are just creating problems and playing football with that.
It's very interesting because some people argue that the exact site of birth is at the core of this case. Now, you've said that we all know that he was born in Ayodhya, so what difference does it make whether he was born under the central dome or not? But the courts go into such minutiae, Sadhguru, because law cannot take a position on emotion. That's what the purists will tell you. That's what people familiar with the law will tell you. What do you have to say to those people who say that, look, no one denies that Lord Rama was born in Ayodhya. The dispute would have been settled had the Hindus accepted that he wasn't born under the central dome, in that exact spot.
See, if the debate and the problem was that both Ram and Muhammad were born close by, within 100 feet of each other, and then we are debating whether this is Muhammad's place of birth or Ram's place of birth, that would have been a real problem. Now Muhammad was born thousands of miles away and Ram was born here. If Ram was born 100 feet away from the dome, what is your problem? That should not even be the line of argument. I would say this kind of thing is coming because you don't want a solution, because a whole lot of people are using this problem as an investment to build their own political futures or whatever else they're planning. So if you look at the way they discredited the Archaeological Survey of India, whatever evidence they came up with, these few so-called scholars or professors from certain universities who went about doing this, if you look at that, it is very clear they had their own personal agendas. They were not interested in the evidence. Going by the evidence, definitely there is a temple. Ram born there or not there, you can debate forever, it's over 6,000 years ago, nobody can geographically fix it, all right? You can't put a Google dot on it, but was there a temple? 100%, everybody knows this. Now, is there so much emotion in the Islamic community about it? No, they just feel wronged that the mosque was brought down. So now when they know, in the history a certain wrong was there, somebody is trying to right it, you can't go on rejigging history. Hindus also must understand this. This one thing, there is so much emotion, it's come so far, and this could be a big impediment for nation's development. In some way we must come to a solution. Even when the court gives a judgment, it's very important, once again we don't go into 2/3 belongs to somebody, 1/3 belongs to somebody, again there'll be no solution. Some decisive solution should come. If we don't have the courage to take that step, we will only kick the problem to the next generation, and that's not the way to handle things.
Ramayana is a really old story. It has lots of different characters and it's all about good beating evil. The story is filled with lots of interesting things that happened a long time ago. Even though it's hard for us to imagine, it's a story that we can enjoy over and over again. Even when we are amazed by the questions, we will be even more amazed by the answers. Was Rama born on Ramanavami? People believe that Rama was born on January 10, a really long time ago. If Rama's birthday is on a certain date, why do we celebrate it at a different time of the year? Well, it has to do something called a precession of equinox. Every 72 years, we have to adjust this calendar by 1 day. Over a long time, like 7,200 years, this adds up to around 100 days. So that's why we celebrate Ramanavami around March end or April mid. Even though Rama was born on a different date, did Rama rule for 11,000 years? Some people believe that Rama was a king for a long time, like 11,000 years. When Rama was 25 years old, he had to leave his home. He came back when he was 39 years old and became the king. He ruled the kingdom for 30 years and 6 months until he was about 70 years old. Then he decided to give up being the king. Dashavarsha Sahasrani Dashavarsha Shatanika Ramo Rajyam Upasitva Brahmalokam Prayasyati. A long time ago, there was a person named Rama who served his kingdom for a very, very long time. But some people say that Rama lived only 7,100 years ago, in a specific year. This difference in time can be explained by another story called Mahabharata. Ahoratram Maharajatulyam Samvatsare Mahi. Imagine there is a king named Maharaja who always does the right thing and follows his duties. For him, a day feels as long as whole year. So if you pretend that a year is only made up of 360 days and each month has 30 days, then a Rama, a famous king, ruled over Ayodhya for a long time. In simple terms, it means that Rama ruled for about 30 years and 6 months. Was the Pushpak Vimana real? Rama had a special flying vehicle called the Pushpak Vimana. It helped him go back to his home in Ayodhya after he won a battle against Ravana. There were many other similar flying vehicles called Vimanas too. A Vimana is made up of 2 parts, V, which means sky, and Mana, which means measure. So Vimana is something that measures the sky as it moves through it. There are lots of stories in ancient Hindu texts that talk about special flying machines called Vimana. These stories are in books like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. There is also a special book called the Vaimanika Shastra that talks about Vimana from a technical point of view. It explains that the Pushpak Vimana can change its size, getting smaller or bigger. Maharshi Bharadwaj talks about many different flying machines called Vimanas. These Vimanas were used in different places and times, and ways of flying that were used in these Vimanas. Was the bridge called Ramasetu built? The Battle of Ramayana would not have happened if Rama and his army of Hanuman had not crossed the sea to reach Lanka. It was really hard to get there because there was no land connection. But the story says that the monkeys built a bridge so that everyone could cross over. Many years after it happened, NASA took a picture from a space that showed a very old bridge in the water between India and Sri Lanka. People are curious about this bridge because it is very old and they don't know who made it or why. In the story of Ramayana, there were some monkeys called Vanaras who used machines to help them move and stack trees, big rocks, and small stones to make a path. It took them 5 days and a lot of Vanaras to build the bridge, with the 2 architects named Neel and Nala overseeing the project. The bridge was long and not very wide, with a ratio of 10 parts long to 1 part wide. The Vanaras were writing the name of Sri Rama on stones and putting them in a water. And guess what? All the stones were floating. This shows that when you have the name of the Lord with you, you will never sink in a water. Rama was very surprised when he saw something interesting. He wanted to try it too, so he wrote on a stone. But when he put the stone in the water, it sank. Rama was even more surprised. A monkey saw what happened and started laughing. The monkey told Rama that when he throws things away, they will sink instead of floating. This means that the people who love and believe in God are even stronger than God himself. There is a bridge called Rama Setu that connects India and Sri Lanka. It is about 35 kilometers long and 3.5 kilometers wide. This means it is 10 times longer than it is wide. Even today, people find some stones that float on the water near the coast of Rameshwaram. Scientists are not sure why this is happening. The study of oceanography suggests that the bridge is about 7,000 years old. The age of the beaches near Dhanushkoti matches the time when the story of the Ramayana took place. Did Valmiki meet Rama when writing the Ramayana? Valmiki, who wrote the Ramayana, wrote it when Rama was still alive. Rama's son Lava and Kusha told the story to Rama, which means that the events in the story happened. The Ramayana is a legend that tells us what happened. Valmiki wanted to find a good person, so he asked Narada, who is the best person in the world was. Narada told Valmiki about Rama, who was a great guy. Then Valmiki wrote a long story about Rama in a special type of writing called poetry. Valmiki also helped take care of Rama's wife, Sita, and taught their children at his special place to live called an ashram. Only Valmiki's Ramayana is called Itihasa, which means it is considered a historical account. The other versions of Ramayana like Goswami Tulsidas, Ramacharitamanasa, Kalidasa Raghuvamsha, and Kambar's Ramayana are called Kavya, which means they are great poetical works. On this January 22nd, let us all welcome Rama back to Ayodhya by lighting a lamp and celebrate a Deepavali at your home. Write your valuable opinions about the video in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Pranam.